along the shores of Lake Erie. The Dog Pound already in full roar. We welcome you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. He'll take it at the 12. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Now the Georgia Bulldogs. Here's Nick Chubb. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Winston. That's complete. It's Cedric Tillman. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
He's got it in the hands of Elijah Moore. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
On the handoff, this is Chubb. Space to run inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Chubb. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
It's a jet sweep, and it's Judy. And he's into the end zone. Jerry Judy. Touchdown, Cleveland. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing to begin. It's Wilson. He'll find his big target, Pat Freiermuth. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee. A run. Here's Harris. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. That was Jordan Hicks who got him down. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Taking off. He'll try to get there. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the 1st down.
4th down. Here's Wilson. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They run it over center with Harris. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
On 1st down, right back to Harris. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. But I don't think he knows yet that this one is coming back. We're going to run out of the gun, and here's Harris. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run here with Harris. And he's inside the 10, pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, here's Russ. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Browns offense ready now for their second drive. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Jameis. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. Now a 3rd and 2. We'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. So on 4th down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. Calvin Austin deep for the Steelers. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Winston. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll let this go for Pickens. And that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it. You start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
Here's the replacement for Cameron Johnston. Corliss Waitman on to punt. Back deep is Jalen Darden. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Browns offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Winston. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
A run up the middle with Chubb. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the gun, Winston. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Now give to Chubb running right. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
This throw left is complete with Judy. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. To throw, Winston. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
In the midst of a tight game like that, you're looking for every play that you can make to try to gain advantage. And if you can continue to get after the quarterback, disrupt the rhythm and timing of this quarterback in the second half, that could be the difference of you being able to pull away.
And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. The Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And they'll get him down up around the 15-yard line.
Well, that run came at the perfect time, Mike. Anytime you find yourself backed up near your own goal line, the goal is to just start with 1 first down. They were able to get it here. Now you give a little breathing room, a little room to operate. Fresh set of downs. Keep this drive alive.
They go play action now. Wilson, he'll let this go for Pickens. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
And Mike, as the rest of this game unfolds and they have success with their play action passing game, expect the balance of their run game to continue to pick up as well. When you can make a defense defend the same look, run and pass, that is a handful, and it tends to lead to these big, explosive chunk plays.
And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Now Russ. Now a screen set up for Harris. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. That's to the outside, and he's got Jefferson. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Wilson will throw again. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Now, Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing again, Wilson. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
To throw again is Wilson. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. That is caught by the tight end. Pat Freiermuth. Touchdown, Steelers.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Steelers, who are in the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The Steelers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. Can he get away? No, he's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
A tackling plan for the defense, Mike, is critical when you're facing a back like this. You know that one guy is not going to be enough to bring him down. You have to get as many hats to the ball as you can, slow him up just enough to buy time, and in this case, they get him down for a loss.
He'll let this go for Pickens. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, they go with Warren. Steelers getting ready to put this one away. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to hit another good one. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Browns offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. To throw is Winston. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, Winston. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. On the zone read, they hand it to Chubb. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage, and it sets up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Steelers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the 2nd half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Whoa. And he's just pushing guys out of the way, powering forward for a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On second down, a run with Harris. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's caught right side. It's Freiermuth. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Here's a handoff to Warren. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. Second and a yard. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Play action. Now Wilson. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Here's a give left side to Harris. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a second down and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be third down. Wilson. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
They'll go, and it's Harris. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now Winston. That'll be taken in by Moore. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is third down. Throwing, Jameis. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. First down throw there is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On the give, it's Harris. He'll get this close to the first down marker, taken down just shy at the 38.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Winston now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Denzel Ward in there defensively to knock it away.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
The Browns offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Jameis. He finds Judy on that one. Third and 5. From the gun, Winston. That one on target to Moore. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
They'll run here. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Second down and 3. They'll stick to the ground. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Winston will work out of the pistol. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on third down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Winston looking to throw. This throw left is complete with Judy.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
It'll be first and goal. That's a gain of 28.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll drop to throw. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, that's going to set up fourth down.
You could tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force fourth down.
And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within one, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. This pass deflected and caught. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. Now 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way.
And he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Well, Mike, we're kind of looking at each other up here saying, do they have one more big play left in them? And they got it. When it's all said and done, it should more than likely turn out that that play is the game winner.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Winston. To the left side, he's got Njoku. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Here we go. One final play. Downfield for Njoku. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Winston to throw on first down. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we wish you a good night from Cleveland.